Here are 23 things I no longer buy in 2023. Don't hate me because some of these things you probably do still buy, and that is fine. I'm not here to fear monger. Some of them are more related to like, oh, I don't think this is good for our health. Some are just completely random things that I'm just like,
This is not worth the money. I'm not buying this anymore.
So I hope you find this somewhat interesting and enjoyable. Number one, we're starting off scary because I feel like a lot of people are gonna come after me for this, but to each their own. But I no longer buy aluminum foil because the aluminum, it's a very low-grade, sucky quality of aluminum, the tin foil. It leaches aluminum into our food. It's proven. I mean, there's no argument about it. I mean, yes, it's in small amounts, but over years, it goes into our bodies, and aluminum is bad for our bodies. Everybody knows that, and so it's the least I can do is just not use it when cooking food, especially because when the temperatures are high, that's when it leaches the aluminum into our food, especially if you are cooking with like acidic things like lemon or vinegar or something like that. If you're just wrapping like a cold piece of meat or something in the aluminum foil, that's not so bad. It's the high temperatures and the acidity, but in general, I just no longer purchase it. Number two, very similar to the last one, but plastic wrap or saran wrap. I no longer buy, never use it. It has PVC in it, which is a very toxic chemical. And again, it leaches into our food. It's actually a type of carcinogen. It is a hormone disruptor. In fact, so many brands, or not so many, some brands are recognizing how toxic it is, and they no longer use PVC. They're using a different type of chemical that is a little less bad, but it's no longer as like clingy. And so people are noticing that. So a lot of brands still use the PVC. So I just stay away from it in general. There is the beeswax wrap that is way more environmentally friendly, and it's not as easy to use, but it's just way better for us. And again, better for the environment. I didn't even tell you that the plastic wrap it never breaks down. It goes to the landfills and it's just there forever. Also, CROCKPOT liners, which I know so many of you are sad to hear that because it's so convenient. It's convenient for cleanup. You just line the crock pot with these liners. It's cheap plastic again. We put the food in there, and then for many, many, many hours, the food is cooking at high temperatures again. Toxic chemicals are being leached into the food. Then we eat the food. It's just not worth it to me, even though it's so easy to clean up the crock pot afterwards. Maybe I'm wrong in all of this. You can, again, just take every single thing in this video with a grain of salt, but it's just not worth it to me. I also no longer buy the cheap plastic sandwich bags, like for my kids' lunches. Again, it is because of the plastic, but then also because they never break down. They're terrible for the environment. So I do splurge and I get these plant-based sandwich bags. I do have the ones that are reusable too, like the Stasher, but then there's days where I'm just like, totally honest, it's nice just to grab these. They're quick, they're on the go, they're literally made of plants, and they are 100% compostable. I no longer buy most mugs. Now, if it's a completely different reason than what you're expecting me to say, seriously. So most people just love mugs in general, myself included. I mean, they're fun to get when you go on a trip. They're fun to just, one at Target, it's like super pretty. I've been known to do that until this is like all my mom's fault. She really looked into the fact that most mugs have a lot of lead in them, and there's kind of like some layers protecting you from that. But then I realized, look how many of my mugs, do you see that, are starting to break down inside. Check your mugs. I have now completely switched to all glass mugs instead. These are beautiful. They're like stunning, honestly. They're from Amazon. I can link them below. But like, you don't have to get these. You can get like, I think there's even some cheap glass mugs at the Dollar Tree. Like you can get glass mugs, but it's so much safer in my opinion. I'll make this next one quick because I'm just kind of reiterating the same things, but I no longer buy cheap plastic storage containers. One, just because the lids are annoying. There's like so many different sizes. It's just annoying. But then also, again, the cheap plastic isn't great. I much prefer the glass. Okay, let's get out of the health, food, plastic world. Let's just talk about something kind of random that I no longer buy. I mean, I pulled this from a stash that I bought a long time ago, but it's anything regarding fake lashes. I cannot, for the life of me, apply fake lashes. I have so many of them. I buy them with hopes of like, I'm gonna do this. It fails miserably. I just can't do it. And so I've decided no more fake lashes. I'm just gonna rock the sucky ones that I have. Likewise, No more liquid eyeliners. I'm done. I try to pull off the winged eyeliner. Not only do I think I just don't pull it off, I just can't even do it. That's really the problem. I can't do it. And so many brands keep coming out with new versions of their liquid eyeliner with new tips and felt points, and I buy it and then I fail. I no more. Moving right along, something else that I do always buy, even though I have too many of them, are blankets. Like, I'm always up for a new blanket. I just love them to pieces. I have a whole basket full in many rooms. I mean, blankets have a good place in my heart, but the ones I don't buy, the weighted ones. I tried. I feel like a lot of people love them. I do not. I feel like, oh, it's like too much. My kids don't really like them. I don't really like them. I know some people swear by them, and that's great. I'm just saying that I'm not doing that anymore. I am no longer purchasing or recommending thick planners. I feel like it's taken me my whole life to figure this out, but I just like the thin ones. Like, this is where it's at. This is so much more manageable. It is not like overwhelming my life. I can write down the essentials, but not have a place for every single possible thing in my life. Like, most of those thick planners, like, do you really use it all? I'm sure a lot of you maybe do, and which, good for you. I'm proud. I just feel like it's a complete pipe dream, really. So just go for the thin ones. I can try to find this one. It's amazing. Okay, I have many opinions about this next one, but stop buying the online courses in 2023. They are just trying to get your money. It is getting out of control. Now, there are a few select online courses that can be okay, like if they are teaching you something very specific, very tangible, black and white, step by step, like how to use a program, like, okay, those could be fine. But if they are claiming to have the secret to something, like how to make more money, how to get more followers on Instagram, how to build your business, because they have the secret, just stop. Please, please, please do not give them your money. It's a scam. I'm sorry. I said it. I'm sorry, but they are getting out of control. Okay, this next one's kind of dumb, and to each their own. I just no longer buy souvenirs. And you totally can't. I mean, it's not bad. It's not good. It's just like whatever. I just find that I had too many things, and I started like donating some souvenirs. So I just realized they're already overpriced. To me, I'd rather just take a lot of photos, kind of have the memories rather than like little knick-knacky things. Unless maybe you have one of those like cool little spoon collections where it's like, you know, every location you have ever been in spoons. I mean, that sounds interesting. Sorry guys, we're back to the chemicals. So I no longer buy any laundry detergent with fragrance, and I don't even have a specific brand that I swear by. I just bounce around and I make sure it's unscented and kind of like a cleaner, healthier brand. But I would maybe advise you to reconsider getting this, which is very, very popular right now because of how potent and how fragranced it is. I mean, a lot of people love it because it makes their laundry and their bed sheets and their clothes just smell super luxurious. But fragrance things can be like a hormone disruptor. It's really not great for us, and when it's on our clothes and, you know, it's surrounding us day in and day out, I just don't think it's that great. But again, just my opinion. I also no longer buy or ever get dry cleaning, like ever. Again, because of the chemicals. I mean, those are very bad. Again, that is something that's more known. I mean, you can look that up. It's really not great. And so if something says you must dry clean it, I just ignore it. And honestly, it's very, very rare that a piece of clothing is ruined because I didn't dry clean it. I swear they say that you need to do that when you really don't. Of course, there are exceptions. I don't want to be blamed for like ruining your clothes. I'm just saying I don't ever do it. I no longer buy mattresses that are just like at the mattress store. Again, because of chemicals, we're sleeping on it day in and day out, and I just want like a healthy mattress, and I'm kind of in need of one, but I don't know what to do. I know there's like healthier mattresses online. I just feel really weird about ordering something that I'm gonna sleep on for many, many, many years, and I don't even know what it feels like. So if anybody has any thoughts or experience with this, please comment your suggestions down below. I've talked about this one kind of at length, but I no longer buy just the typical feminine hygiene products. I much prefer the period underwear. I can link my favorites down below that do not have the bad chemicals in them. I swear by them, and I always say don't knock them until you try them. But I think that if you are really into panty liners or tampons, I would just go for more of the clean organic versions rather than the others. Pre-cut produce. No longer do that. which is sad because I'm somebody that would love the pre-cut produce. I don't love being in the kitchen. I wanna cut corners at any moment, at any chance. That's why those CROCKPOT liners really upset me. But the pre-cut produce, not only is it way more expensive, but as soon as you cut into vegetables or fruit, the oxygen attacks all of the antioxidants and, you know, all the good stuff is released. And so when you're buying the produce that's supposed to be healthy, it's not nearly as healthy when it's pre-cut. And deli meats. I miss the deli meats. I don't buy those anymore because they are full of chemical preservatives. It's processed meat. So essentially, bacon, deli meats, and also, what am I missing? Oh, hot dogs. Yeah, not great. There are ones that I do get that are like uncured and they don't last that long because they're not really as processed, so sometimes I'll splurge on that. But for the most part, I don't buy that stuff anymore either. I know, some people thinking I'm insane. I probably am. Are you ready for complete insanity? This also one people are really gonna come at me for, but I don't really buy that much regular milk anymore because I discovered a really, really good company and farm nearby that actually gives raw milk. And a lot of places you can't even buy raw milk anymore, obviously because of like the potential danger, but I really, really, really trust this farm because they do like tests on every single batch to ensure that it is completely safe to drink. So I feel really good about buying it. I'll actually link it down below. If you're in the Pennsylvania, Maryland, like this kind of area, you can order from them and they deliver to so many different drop points. I love them so much. So anyway, raw milk, to me, it tastes better. I really think it's so healthy because it's not homogenized and pasteurized, which basically just means all of the nutrients are there. So again, it's just my family's preference and I, you know, just do it at your own risk, but I really do trust this particular company. We also don't buy alcohol in 2023, which is a newer development. I never really liked alcohol. I tried to, especially in college. It was like the thing to do, but it made me feel so bad. And so I just no longer reach for it. But Josh, on the other hand, he loves alcohol. I mean, he loves wine, he loves beer, he loves his old fashions. But I would say in the last year and a half or so, he started realizing that when he cuts it out, he also feels way better. And so we just don't buy it anymore. I'm just done getting wooed by the healthy cookware brands with like the healthy non-stick on the pans. I'm just sticking with the good old-fashioned stainless steel because this to me is the best option. I know some of the brands have like ceramic coatings and yes, initially I think they are healthy, but then that coating starts to break down and you don't know when it's really broken down and then the aluminum and the lead and all the bad stuff goes into your food. So I've just decided I'm going with stainless steel and I know it's expensive, but then also it can be hard to cook with because food can stick to this, but I shared a very cool hack in this video that it's actually like a scientific thing that instantly makes this pan non-stick and it really does work. So check that out. Gummy vitamins. I no longer do those because they just are not nearly as potent and absorbable as just the regular capsule supplements. So to me, it's just worth it to get a higher quality, more absorbable supplement. But gummy vitamins can obviously be great for kids, but if you are an adult and you're thinking like this is great, like I just think that you're kind of missing out. I do think there's select few like gummy things that are okay, like the Equilibria CBD. To me, like that's okay because that's giving you like a correct dosage. The mushrooms from Equilibria, like again, that dosage seems okay. But for like a multivitamin gummy, you're definitely not getting the levels that you really need. And this one is more Josh's apartment, but lawn care. We just don't do it. I mean, we cut our grass. That's about it. I don't care if there's weeds in our grass. I just don't care. And our kids run around in their bare feet day in and day out in the spring and summer, early fall. I mean, we are out there nonstop. And so I'm not gonna be spraying it down with all this bad stuff. And there's probably healthier options. I don't care about the weeds. So there you have it. And I know we're all gonna die one day, so half this stuff, like who even cares? But I know it's all stuff that I no longer buy, but this is all stuff that like I must buy, that I don't want to live without. I mean, I could, but I really don't wanna live without. It's a really good video, so I'll see you on over there. Bye.